What if I told you this man went from the most loved to the most hated? Would you believe me? Biggest names in sports, Conor McGregor, went from dominating the octagon to fighting his way through controversy. You probably remember him as the brash, unstoppable force in the UFC, right? The guy who seemingly had it all: belts, money, fame. But what if I told you that his rise to the top came with a downfall no one could have predicted? Today, we're diving into the shocking downfall of Conor McGregor, exploring what really happened behind the scenes, and whether he can ever reclaim his throne. So, how did the once invincible fighter go from knocking out opponents to being knocked out of the spotlight? Well, buckle up, because the story is as dramatic as any fight you've seen in the octagon. Let's rewind to the beginning of the McGregor phenomenon. Back in 2013, when he entered the UFC, no one could ignore his unique combination of charisma and combat skills. He had a mouth as sharp as his left hook, and fans loved it. His epic rise? Lightning fast. Within 3 years, McGregor became the first fighter in UFC history to hold 2 belts at the same time: featherweight and lightweight champion. The notorious era was born, and no one could stop it, or so we thought. But here's where things start to turn. The very same qualities that made McGregor an icon began to work against him. The fame, the pressure, and the lifestyle that came with being at the top. It all started to take a toll. Remember that flashy Mayweather boxing match in 2017? Sure, it earned him a reported $100 million, but it also marked the beginning of his downfall. While McGregor was chasing fame outside the UFC, his performance in the octagon began to slip. Why? Some say it was the distractions, the luxurious lifestyle, the endless media obligations, the growing ego. Others point to his legal troubles, which started piling up, altercations with the law, controversial statements, and that infamous bus incident where he threw a dolly through a window. Remember that? It wasn't just a wild outburst. It was a sign of a man who was starting to lose control. But what happened to his fighting? Why wasn't McGregor the same dominant force? One word: hunger. Some critics argue that once McGregor got his money, the hunger that had driven him to become a champion started to fade. It's tough to train like a madman when you've already made millions, right? The razor-sharp focus he once had turned dull. And then, of course, there's Khabib. McGregor's 2018 fight against Khabib Nurmagomedov wasn't just a defeat. It was a dismantling. Khabib exposed the holes in McGregor's game, both physically and mentally. After that fight, McGregor seemed like a shadow of his former self, coming back sporadically and never quite looking the same. His losses to Dustin Poirier? Proof that the aura of invincibility was gone. But here's the big question. Can Conor McGregor come back? Is there a path for him to rise from the ashes, or is the Notorious One story officially over? There's a saying that fighters fight, and McGregor has certainly hinted at comebacks. But the truth is, it's not just about his physical abilities anymore. It's about his mindset. Can he find that fire again? That relentless drive that made him a champion in the first place? Or has fame truly stolen his hunger for good? One thing's for sure. Whether he fights again or not, Conor McGregor has forever changed the world of mixed martial arts. He brought the sport to new heights, made millions believe in his legend, and captivated audiences around the globe. His legacy is undeniable, but so is his fall from grace. What do you think? Will McGregor make a miraculous comeback, or is he destined to remain a fighter whose best days are behind him? Let me know in the comments. And while you're here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more deep dives into the world of sports, and check out some of our other videos. We've got plenty more stories to uncover. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.